Today we put Doug to the task, one of the most incredible invoices we've ever got back. You don't want to miss it. Welcome back to Sports Cards with Joe
and Doug.
And Doug, today, I got to admit, I'm going to embarrass you. You didn't see this coming. I told you, come to the studio. We got some filming to do. So let me share with our viewers what I'm talking about. Doug is our head of grading here at GotBaseballCards.com. You've been in the hobby for
100 years.
Yeah, feels like it, right? Yeah, Doug. For those who don't know, Doug was one of my first customers at our first store back in 1991. So we've known each other for 32 years now. And Doug is the head of our grading here at the store, and he has the task of overseeing the great majority of the pre-screening. And so we had a customer come in, submitter, with, I've got his original paperwork here, turned in 259 cards, of which Doug rejected 122 and approved 137. And we just got the shipment back. And so I looked ahead to see what the grades were before we've unboxed it, but you get to enjoy watching this. But let me give you the results, and then we're going to look at some of the beauties. First, let's talk about the rejects. So Doug, for those who've never used our services, I have the customer's rejects here. I'm going to grab a handful and show off some of your handiwork. So we've got OC top to bottom. These are reasons something was rejected. This one says, flip it over, Joe. There's pits in the back of the card. We've got a beautiful Garcia gold label autograph. There's a surface issue with the gold frame. So, this one, surface issue. This is like your handwriting, Doug.
Yes, my fingerprints.
Yeah, not on the card,
not
but on
literally,
but on the sleeve.
Figuratively.
So more surface issues. So throughout this box, you marked up 122 cards that were rejected, which you're going to be shipping back to the customer. So if those had got through, that would have been about $2,400 in grading. So thankfully, he didn't spend the money on that. So you approved 137. So we show off a lot of invoices. This one was very unique, though. On this invoice, Doug, you approved 137 cards. 107 got PSA 10s. 29 got PSA 9s. 1 PSA 8. Hooray for you. How did you let an 8 get through? How did you let an 8 get through?
It's getting slapped.
Yeah. So if my math's right, that's about 99.6% got 9s and 10s. Pretty good. And Doug, I have to tell our viewers, you're really good. You're not that good. But on this invoice, you were.
Admittedly, I agree with you on that. But yes, this was an amazing return for our customer. I hope that all of the rejects are, we're not going to be a 9 or a 10. We don't know because we didn't grade them, but I am
But you found a flaw with every one of them.
I'm very, very happy with the results of the other 137 cards.
Yep, 137 approved.
I had never seen anything like that before. That was just a tremendous outcome. And Joe, honestly, those cards were the customer's cards. Those were 10s.
Yeah.
And I kept them in that condition.
Yeah. So kudos to the customer for...
Or maybe even had to clean off a few fingerprints here or there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I can't magically make cards a 10.
You can't make something better centered. You can't...
That's true.
Yeah. So let's check some of them out. We have not... Correct, we're...
Big box?
Yep. We are going to be shipping these back today, but we are going to show off...
We can show off a few of them.
Yep. I see you've got our easel ready to So for those, if it's your first time watching us, we have been a PSA group submitter dating back to 1998. Longer, I think, than any other group submitter in the hobby. We've been working with both PSA and SGC dating back to 98. And BGS for about that long, because they didn't start their company until early 2000s. But and I peeked at the percentage and did, but I don't even know what cards are on here. So we'll show off a couple boxes.
I see a lot of cards, Joe, and the chrome type cards, prism, chrome, anything that has the shiny surface on, it's a struggle to get pristine cards, to get gem mint 10s. They're just so susceptible to scratches. So I noticed right away that a lot of these cards are chrome cards, that's even more impressive. I wasn't sure. These cards were sent off maybe 2 months ago, roughly, Joe, I think. And
yeah, we got them back in less than 2 months, so that's very good. Good job, PSA, turning these around. I'll show a couple of them in close-up here. We got a Jose Miranda Refractor Topps Chrome Update, PSA 10. I love this Jackie Robinson. I may contact this submitter if he wants to sell that one. Top Silver Pack Jackie Robinson, PSA 10. Now, the one thing I know on these, Doug, is the centering can be off. So I would assume if he submitted a lot of I haven't been through all the rejects, I just grabbed a handful, but the centering, that one is spot on. So I love we got another Silver Pack, Willie Mays, another legend there, Willie Mays, PSA 10.
Yeah, so out of the one box that I opened, which is roughly 20 cards, 20 or 21 usually come in those. I see 3 9s came out of that box, which a Mike Schmidt
autograph
out of the new Topps product is just beautiful.
Yeah, I met Schmidt years ago, really nice guy, and he actually takes his time on his autos. You can actually, lot of loops, a lot of time put into it.
Surprisingly, these blue borders on the Topps products, the royal blue, a lot more susceptible to noticing slight edge imperfections. So someone at PSA must have noticed a little bit to do with the edges. And another foily type card, the Topps
first edition light blue. Yeah.
Also very tough to get 10s.
Yeah, because you take foil and you combine it with a bright blue border, you got multiple condition risks. So we got, in my hand, I've got more, this submitter loved the Silver Pack. Gabriel Marino, Silver Pack, Nolan Gorman, Silver Pack 10. Bowman Best, Bryce Harper Refractor, also in a 10. Let's show something different, another silver. Zach Thompson, Topps Advanced Stats, Zach Thompson, number 34. Gem at 10. There's a whole lot of 10s here. Got a Riley Green 2022 Greatest Hits Topps 9. One of the misconceptions, we got another Royal Blue 10. One of the misconceptions that we deal with and try to help educate collectors on is that they come in and they're like, well, they're brand new Topps cards, so I'm sure they should be all 10s, right? But the thing is, you've got centering, you've got surface, you got corners, you got edges. If they've been handled at all, then they could be lower grade. And sometimes right out of the pack, the centering can be off. There can be surface issues. I noticed just the few I flipped through, a number of these, of the foils especially, have tiny corner issues or surface issues. So even on brand new cards right out of the pack, they can have issues, which is why a pre-screening service like ours can be so beneficial. This customer is spending
a lot of money.
A lot of money. He graded a lot of cards. However, he way less. More. And we have some submitters who grade everything. I want it for my own collection, and that's completely fine if that's what they want to do. But our objective is to save you money in not submitting stuff that you shouldn't be putting the investment into, because we see I tell submitters, that grading cost is an investment on your behalf that you're putting into that card, either to make it more liquid, easier to sell, hopefully improving the value depending on the grade and depending on the market conditions, or just preserving it, for your collection. But it's still an investment of your money. You've already invested the time to buy it or open the boxes to get it, whatever. And so our objective is to help you, save money by not submitting things that we don't recommend.
Well, I've said before that regardless of whether you're an investor and you're trying to turn cards that you get graded and sell them right away, or if you're a collector, more of a collector where you're grading them and you're going to hang on to them, I care about the value. I may not sell a tremendous amount of my graded cards, but I want them to have value. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of the whole hobby. So that's one thing is part of the process. Screen the cards. We put the ball into your hands. We send images of the rejects with the notes on them. I try to note as much as I can, try to make it self-explanatory, and let you make the decision. Many times, the collector will bounce an email back and say, I really want the Griffey graded. It's for my personal collection.
Yep.
It could be for any reason. And I don't know, honestly, Joe, I don't know the value of every single card that they've made out there. So if I estimate a card at an 8 and you feel like, well, that's still going to be worth $25 or $30, I'm willing to take a chance. Maybe I was a little harsh on the screening. Maybe it might get a 9. So there are a lot of people. It's a back and forth. I told someone in retail just a little bit ago, we're a team. This is you and me.
Right.
I'd like you to look at them, and I will look at them for sure. But it always helps having more than one set of eyes, even if they're your eyes and my eyes. But it's a back and forth process.
Right.
It's a team event here.
Right. Yeah. And you as if you're a submitter, you always have the final say. We make our recommendations. We say here we do that part for free. Like, here's our recommendations. If you don't want to grade some of these, we give you a detailed markup of what's wrong. It's $2 instead of 20 or 22, depending on how many you're submitting. But we have some who you do all the markups. I've helped send photos. Others here send the photos. Then they go, you know what? Just grade them all anyway. Because sometimes it's your work that you might put estimated 8, estimated 7, or whatever, and they go, I'm okay with that. Correct. I can live with that. So sometimes that screening, you do all that. We don't charge for that. I know other group submitters will charge to screen every card, whether they pass or they're rejected. And so just a service we're very proud of. We've been doing it for a long time. I mean, again, we've been...
So we talk about pre-screening for free, but we do charge for rejects.
Correct. That's what I was pointing out. That if the submitter says no, don't grade it, then we return it with that information for $2. Yeah. So that's still, to my knowledge, of any leading group submitter, that's cheaper than anybody in the industry, to my knowledge. If I'm wrong, tell me. But I'm good friends with a lot of group submitters, and a lot of them charge, and they're welcome to, it's their business, but a lot of them charge quite a bit more, and a lot of them just don't want to fool with it. I mean, one leading group submitter just came on his YouTube channel and said, that's too big of a value add for customers. We're not going to do that. And so that's their model. They choose not to do it. But this is our model. We want to be that company that helps you. Another leading group submitter just announced he's no longer going to work with SGC. He's no longer working with anybody at PSA. We believe in options. We believe in helping you choose the company you want to work with. We work with PSA, SGC, now it's just CGC. BG,
July 1st.
Yeah, effective July 1st. And as well as PSA DNA, because a lot of submitters want their autographs authenticated through PSA DNA. So we've got 5 different options depending on what your needs are. So very proud of that. And this one, I just had to embarrass Doug today by showing this off and bragging on those results, because we shoot for this kind of result every time, and we get really close. This one was just stellar, and we were very pleased with the results. The customer is thrilled, and I'm sure he'll be bringing plenty more after this. And so
we hope so.
Yeah. So we're here to help you. If you need help with grading, if you need help with consignments, if you need appraisals, if you need to sell your cards, whatever it is, we love thinking ourselves, our objective is to be the leading service provider in the industry for stuff like this. So doing it a long time, and I hope to be doing it a lot longer. So let us know if we can help you out with your collection. You can message us. You can send us an email. You can send us something on Instagram. Wherever you want to reach us, we will follow up with you. So hope you liked the video. Hope this short reveal, we're not going to show off all 200, excuse me, keep starting with his grand number, 259, the original number, 137 that were approved. So, but
it is fun to see nothing but tens as you're unveiling them, though.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, that's what we all dream of, right? Opening an invoice with all tens. This one was close. Again, 107 tens and 29 nines and 1 8. So,
and it was a Josh Young auto card.
So there we go.
Of Bowman's Best auto.
So either
we could find it in here.
So either he handled, no, those were probably sticker autograph. So we'll blame whoever stickered that card. How we go? There we go. So thanks again for watching, everybody. We have more great content coming up very soon. And if you're going to be coming to the National, please come and see Doug and I and the rest of our team that will be at the National. We will be right across from Golden Auctions, and Leaf Trading Cards will be really easy to spot by the corporate area. So come see us, come hang out. We would love to meet you all. Hope everybody has a great day, and we will see you next time. Signing off for Joe
and Doug.